I hope you do.
What's your favorite food? What's his favorite car?
His favorite car was an old GTO. Very good.
Right? My life history in the last 20 years in 5 minutes, right? I went to Hawaii right after high school. Well, not right after. First, I hitchhiked all around the country, and somehow I ended up in Hawaii on Kauai, and went to this valley called Hanakapiai and built me a tree house. Lived right on the beach in Paradise for 5 years, doing nothing but surfing and just hanging out doing nothing. And then finally I started making a little bit of money growing stuff and went traveling around the world, came back, bought some property, built me a house. I have an orchard right on this beautiful river, prettiest place in the world. And then a couple years ago, I met this beautiful girl you see next to me, Sherry. Picked her up hitchhiking, and we got a baby now, and everything's just going great.
His name?
Oh, his name is Sage Treasure Hunt. This is Sherry Park. And what else? What have I left out in the last 20 years? Just lots of traveling. Been all over South America, Southeast Asia, hitchhiked a ride on a sailboat across the South Pacific, imported rare fruit trees from all over the world for my nursery, and now I'm busting my ass trying to pay off my mortgage.
We can take a trip to the Bahamas.
Oh yeah, we're going to the Bahamas. Oh, and if any of you ever make it to Hawaii, come to the island Kauai, K-A-U-A-I, and look up my name in the phone book. Give me a call. I got a big house, and you're welcome to stay.
Hello, fellow classmates. You remember me? I was the one that turned the lights off in the 500 wing. And I used to hang out in front of the school, and I had the white Impala with the black stripe going down the front. You probably remember that. And I used to hang out at Reynolds Park once in a while, so you probably remember me from there. I'd like to say hello to everybody, and that's about it. Everything's going fine for me, working for the city of North Miami Beach, and really enjoying myself and glad to be around. Thank you very much.
I'm Pat Warner. I'm the guy that Chuck O'Renick doesn't recognize still to this day.
Hi, my name's Carlos Luchman. Don't laugh. It's good to be here 20 years later, surrounded with all my friends and having a good time. And I want to say hi to the girl that I love on the other table. I can't say her name, though, because she's married now. Bye.
Hi, Ted Chance. My wife, Sonia Chance. Done nothing but work for 20 years. I'm going to continue to work unless I hit the lotto tonight. $24 million, in case you're wondering. It's basically it, just working, that's all.
Hi, I'm Jeff Ogron. This is my wife, Melissa. And for the past 20 years, we've been raising our two kids, Ryan, who's 10, and Amber, who's 5, and just working.
This is Connie Bryan Ann Lukowitz now. This is my husband, Luke, and we just recently got married in November, and for the first time in my life, I'm happier than I ever can be. I'm also a grandma, and I have a stepchild even a year and a half older than me. We have an advertising agency in Coral Springs, probably the best around, so if we can do some ad work for you, look us up. Thanks.
For the last 20 years, I've worked in a number of businesses in the food industry. I currently live in Pembroke Pines with my wife, Mary Ann, and our two boys, Joseph, who's 12, and Dylan, who is 6.
Phil Newman and Craig Litt, come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. You guys, tell us a little bit about high school. Tell us what you remember most.
What we remember most about high school? That's what I remember. I wasn't there.
How about you, Mr. Newman?
It was tough.
Former wrestler?
Yeah, I was.
Weren't you a wrestler, Mr.
Yeah, until I was thrown off for having long sideburns in the off-season. And then, funny thing, I was asked to come back on the team.
Mr. Lasky. Weren't you a wrestler too in high school?
Yeah, I was a wrestler in high school.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg. Good to see you. Good to see you, Greg. Hey. I'm Phil Newman. Good to see you.
You couldn't be. You have hair.
Michael Green. Yeah, how we doing?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the 20-year reunion. Tell us about your favorite teacher from high school.
Colonel
Colonel. He was my favorite.
How about you?
Oh, Sherry Reynolds, obviously, yes.
It had to be that
Come on in here, Woody.
Mr. Coney Island.
And here we are, another one of our co-hosts for tonight, Woody Spencer. Woody, tell us about your first car in high school.
My first car was my dad's 1967 Mustang.
Very
The
good.
little yellow Mustang.
What do you remember most about it?
The fact that we still have it. We restored it. We took it up to Maine. It's in the garage at my mother's house up in Maine. She goes up there 6 months out of the year. It's great. We're going up there in a couple of weeks.
Do they let you drive it?
Oh, yeah.
Even now, huh?
They used to let me drive it then. They let me drive it now.
Amazing.
Yeah, I got a little story about that Mustang,
Go
too.
ahead.
When I got my driver's license, okay, my dad says, all right, you're going to need to take the car to go. Remember where the driver's license place was right over by the school?
I do.
Okay, they said, all right, you can take the car and go get your license, but please don't drive anywhere. Okay? I'm like, sure, Dad, no problem, right? So I went, I got the license, I passed the test and everything like that. Took the car, and I didn't know the old man was going to take the mileage down. He goes, I don't care where you went. You know, this is when I got home. He says, but I'm just curious, where could you have gone to put on 200 miles? I said, Dad, you don't want it. You just don't want it. But that's my car. In fact, like I said, we're going up to Maine in 2 weeks, and we've got to go over to Vermont to see my wife's family. And
come on in here, Karen.
This is my wife, Karen. Now, she may look like somebody we went to school with, but we went to school with her sister, Rosemary. Okay, and she graduated, what, 2 years after us? 73. 73.
Well,
So,
we're glad Karen's here instead of Rosemary.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, look good.
We got somebody else here.
This is my wife, Pat.
Oh, my
Hi, how you doing?
You remember North Miami High School?
Sure do.
Very good. Well, welcome.
Well, she doesn't like the limelight. I understand you're probably used to these lights.
Well, all right, well, tell us about the first girlfriend you had in high school.
First girlfriend I
In
had.
front of your wife.
No.
Come back here, Karen.
Well, no, the thing says first secret crush. Okay, and I was thinking about that. And you know Linda Zwankowski?
Yes,
The
I-
majorette?
yes,
That was my secret crush. She probably doesn't even know about that.
Well, Linda, if you're watching, don't you forget that. Well, hey, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you in 30 years. Oh, yeah, I'll be here. Who else is out there? Come on.
For the last 20 years, I was married. I'm currently divorced. I have a 15-year-old daughter, Christina, and like Fred, I work in the food industry and work a lot.
And I live in Southern California for the last 20 years. I graduated from Cal State Fullerton with a degree in psychology. I've been teaching school out in California, and currently I'm a screenwriter. Thank you.
I still reside in the North Miami area, unfortunately. I have a boy 7 and a girl 4, lovely wife Kimberly. I'm a mailman in the city of Hollywood.
Been in Florida most of my life here. Moved to California and found my way back to Miami, where I'm settled down. My wife Kim. Thank you.
Steve, been a long time since Keystone Light days. Been in the restaurant business, traveling around the country. Well, I've been all the way from Nashville, Tennessee to Biloxi, Mississippi to right now Annapolis, Maryland. And having a good time, and it's good to be here.
And I live in Boca Raton. I'm single. Have been up there for about 2 years, and I'm in the advertising business.
Shulsky Williams. I'm married for 19 years. I have a son that's 16 years old. We live in Port St. Lucie. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Janine Thomas Robinson. Lived in Texas for the past 8 years. Before that, we lived in Colorado, and I was a flight attendant and met my husband, who's a pilot, and travel agent. Now I have 3 kids, 10, 6, and 3.
Jimmy, tell us about your first car in high school.
I didn't have a car in high school.
You didn't?
No, I had a little Honda 50 motorcycle. I called it a motorcycle.
Very good.
It's a moped now.
You're speaking of the mic. Tell the camera.
Okay.
Tell us about your
Well,
first your first crush in high school. Who was your first girlfriend?
God. There weren't any. Honest to God, there weren't any. There weren't any.
Oh,
on,
Jimmy,
you put
come
me on
on.
the spot, right?
Tell us, where was your favorite lunch place when you were in high school?
The burger, the steak burger steak, right around the corner
I
there behind the library.
Remember Lee's? Mr. Burger?
Mr. Burger, the fountain out there. And I almost made it across the street and got thrown in the fountain, but I was saved. Somebody was sympathetic.
Oh, very good. Well, we look forward to seeing you at the 30-year reunion, and thanks for being with us.
I'll be there at the 30. You better believe it.
Great, thanks. Estelle, tell us about your experiences at North Miami.
Well, you're talking about a long time ago, 20 years ago. I think my...
Just like yesterday, wasn't it?
It feels that way. The years have gone by so quickly. I can't get over how long it's been. But I think the best experience I had was I had a really great biology teacher.
Who was that?
Mr. Winston. I still remember him to this day.
Very good.
Yeah.
Tell us about your first car and your first boyfriend.
My first boyfriend. Let's see. I think his name?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, his name was...
We want the world to know.
Donnie Johnson.
Very good.
Yeah, he was a senior, and I was in 10th grade. I had the biggest crush on him. We went out for a little bit.
What happened to him?
Well, he graduated, and I still stayed behind, so...
Well, his loss.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing you at the 30-year reunion, and thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Okay. Who we got? Get over here. This is you're live, Ronnie. Come on up here. Tell us about your claim to fame in high school, Ron.
My claim to fame is probably not being a real sure-handed punt receiver. Against Miami High, some of the guys might realize I fumbled a punt and we went ahead to lose the football game, so that was my claim to fame. Also, I was introduced to Budweiser by Jim Schmidt, and that was an interesting situation. So that's my claim to fame, I guess. Learn how to drink Budweiser. I'm kind of disappointed it's not here at the reunion, but Michelob have to do.
Well, we'll make sure we have it for the 30th year, but I got to tell you, you and some of your friends on that football field provided us with a lot of joy during those 3 years that we were in high school. We won't ever forget homecoming 1971, though, Ron. We won't let you forget that one. You want to remind everybody about that one?
No, let's just let the...
Sleeping dogs lie, huh?
Something like that. Things you want to forget, and that's what I want to forget. So later...
Carroll City.
Later for homecoming. That was like a nightmare, and you don't want to remember nightmares.
Out there.
Yeah,
about your
I'm
first
definitely...
girlfriend in high school.
First girlfriend, I'm not sure exactly which one it was. I had several.
Several?
And I won't mention any names, but they were very interesting. And to this day, I look at it as an event that will not only go down in history as being a great time, but it was a good lesson. I had some good teachers. Them girls were good teachers. Good teachers, yeah.
Who was your favorite teacher back then?
Favorite teacher? I don't know. I didn't attend too many classes.
You didn't attend classes? Yeah. Come on now. I thought you played football.
Well, I did play football, but classes weren't on my big list. Favorite teacher would probably have to be Miss Nemeth. She was a math teacher. Young lady, good-looking lady, and I made pretty good grades in her class because I paid attention. Yeah, good-looking lady.
Well, very good. Well, we're glad you're here. We'll see you at the 30th year, and we'll make sure we change the beer for the next time around. Okay. Welcome. Thanks for being here. All right.